Hi, I'm Eva. On this channel, I share carefully selected and restored historical photographs to help us better understand the past. These images tell real stories about real people and moments in time. Everything here is presented purely for educational and historical purposes in its original context, without any intention to promote or judge.
Horace Watson recording the songs of Fanny Cochran Smith. Arnold Schwarzenegger walking down the street in California with his friend Franco Columbu. Benito Mussolini with a bandage on his nose after being shot by Violet Gibson. He had turned his head at the last moment, so the bullet merely grazed his nose. Official portrait of Admiral Isaac Rojas as Provisional Vice President of Argentina. Maharaja Shri Sir Jitendra Narayan Pur Bahadur. Alfred Hitchcock hanging out with his favorite canine companion, a Sealyham Terrier. Anita Ekberg in 1955. Myrna Loy in 1930s. A Dutch athlete receives a portrait of Adolf Hitler as a prize from General Schumann, the Netherlands. Assault guards of the Second Spanish Republic in the rubble-filled streets of Barcelona during the Spanish Civil War. John Lennon, Harry Nilsson, Alice Cooper, Mickey Dolenz, and Anne Murray celebrating an early Thanksgiving at the Troubadour. Supporting troops of the 1st Australian Division walking on a duckboard track near Hooghly, the Ypres sector. Lieutenant General Calixto Garcia and his staff, the War of 1895. Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz in 1940. Anastasia Volochkova in the 1990s. G is with the 3rd Division, engaged German forces during the Battle of Cisterna, Italy, May 1944. Actors Cary Grant and Randolph Scott at their Santa Monica home where they lived together for about 10 years. A piano designed for people confined to bed, Great Britain. Swedish couple on their wedding day in 1903. Fans outside David Bowie's concert in 1973. The Beatles' paper dresses. A Match Made Heaven, David Bowie and Iman. Marilyn Monroe photographed without makeup by Milton H. Green at Joseph M. Schenk's estate. Monica Bellucci in 1993. installing a K6 phone box, London. David Bowie applying his elaborate makeup before performing as Ziggy Stardust. Susanna Hoffs in 1980s. Alfred Hitchcock impersonating Ringo Starr. Carrie Ann Moss in 1990s. Michelle Pfeiffer in 1989. Arnold Schwarzenegger at night school in California in 1973. The Beatles waiting to cross Abbey Road in 969. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Michael Caine promoting his film, Alfie Can, 1966. Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. Kim Basinger in 1985. Pixies, 1988. A family forced to leave their home during the Great Depression, Pittsburgh County, Oklahoma, June 1938. A postman making a delivery, Kinver, Great Britain, 1935. The busy traffic on London Bridge. Julianne Moore in 1990s. Adam West as Batman. Holly Marie Combs. Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward shopping for books, Paris. Supermodel and actress Veruschka von Leendorf. Soldiers wearing gas masks while peeling onions, Tobruk, October 15, 1941. Porters with boxes of plants at Covent Garden Market. Publicity photo of Carole Lombard. "57,600 German prisoners of war marched through the streets of Moscow, USSR, July 17, 1944. a fisherman in Bursay, Orkney Islands, Scotland. Albert Einstein and Charlie Chaplin exchanging famous compliments about each other's universal appeal and genius. A Napoleon War veteran in full uniform, May 1858. Sergei Kirov, Right, head of the Leningrad branch of the Communist Party, was murdered by Leonid Nikolaev on December 1st, 1934. A British soldier sharing a moment with a cat in the snow. Nulette, France, 1917. "75-year-old Mary Parrish lights a cigarette for her 101-year-old mother." Mary Ann Parrish, Walworth, London, 1946. Ava Gardner in her black satin dress and gloves, portraying femme fatale Kitty Collins in The Killers. The trial of the 3 men who the Soviet government considered to be responsible for the Chernobyl disaster, July 1987. A daily visit from the water carrier, a vanished Egyptian tradition of the past. Slovak crime boss Mikulas Mickey Cernak with his pet tiger. Sophia Loren using the sword of Charlton Heston to cut the cake at the wrap-up party of El Cid, 1961. Singer Amanda Lear and Glenn Hughes of The Village People. The first female police officers breaking barriers, Sudan. A particularly lovely shot of Kate Winslet, Titanic, 1997. Despite her house being destroyed by bombs, the bride leaves for her wedding, 1940. In 1977, Vincent Price portrayed Oscar Wilde in a one-man show. After the criticism from Anita Bryant, he joked that Wilde had a play written about her, a woman of no importance. Ric Flair wearing his butterfly robe. Jamie Lee Curtis in 1986. Charlie Chaplin in 1918. Elizabeth Short, Black Dahlia with an Unknown Man, mid-1940s. Annual New Year's Eve festivities, Times Square, New York City. Track Olympic athlete Florence Flo Jo Griffith Joyner. A young street vendor balancing a huge handmade wicker basket, Cairo. A man spreading coal ashes for tire traction in the snow, Pennsylvania, 1956. Two women have the new decimal system explained to them by a decimal dolly inside the Edinburgh Savings Bank, February 1971. The first Harley-Davidson factory, a tiny wooden shed in the Davidson family backyard. Milwaukee, 1903. Rockefeller Center, New York City, December 5, 1933. USS Pennsylvania, leading USS Colorado and USS Louisville during the invasion of Lingayen Gulf, Luzon, January 1945. New Orleans in 1923. AR-33 class British airship preparing for launch, 1919. The Mill District of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Shirley Jones as Lulu Baines, Elmer Gantry. One of the first Walmart stores, Rogers, Arkansas. Champs-Élysées, Paris. Gathering Water Lilies, 1886. Photo by Peter Henry Emerson. Roast Corn Man, Manhattan. Louis Armstrong playing for his wife, Egypt. Eating a watermelon at Twin Springs Cave. The Public Library of Cincinnati's first bookmobile. Billy's Bar on 56th Street and 1st Avenue, Manhattan, 1936. (1954) Ford FX Atmos. Laundry hanging on clotheslines between buildings, NYC. French Market, New Orleans. Entrance to the Institute of Oral Love, Los Angeles. $128K max in a factory. New York City Police, early 1970s. Benha Railway Station, Egypt. American M4A1 Sherman medium tanks of the Uganda Armed Forces, UA, during a military parade through the streets of the capital city, Kampala. A vintage photography studio. A coffee shop, Baltimore, Maryland. New York, 1927.